lovely, lovely Cody, everybody. Give it up for Cody. Woo.
He's a prop guy.
I keep forgetting those darn hand wipes I have. So I can disinfect this thing after he's been really all over it. Your dirty mouth all over this mic?
That's not all it's going to be all over.
I'm sure. How is everybody?
Good.
Good. Good. I'm doing pretty good. That's great. I'm glad I found a box of rubbers out when I was walking down. Apparently, Peninsula Daily News has moved. They're no longer a local newspaper for us. So, but here, everybody can have some.
Oh, nice!
You get some rubbers. Here's some rubbers out there.
Back at him.
3 rubbers. There we go. Three rubbers, there we go. Whoa! Almost.
There's a hole in this condom.
Oh, shoot. That's way too big for you, isn't it?
Is that not the assignment?
No, it wasn't. So, I really don't have much tonight. The kiddo was out of town. I was using my little brain for most of the week. So I wasn't able to really think much for comedy, but I was talking to Brando, and he asked me coming down because I actually had to bring him back today. We drove back from Bellingham. We got up and drove down and made it back in time. I said, well, I really don't have a set. And he said, why don't you revise one maybe? You know, bring another one out that you've done. And really thinking tonight would be the night for that OnlyFans bit. It is hot up here. I could use a fan right now, so.
There's one beside you.
Well, I know, but that was. Well, you are my fans, and I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much. They're fans of the Crazy Cody's Comedy Corner there on YouTube. I like to go ahead and do cheap plugs for that, so kind of watch out if you start hearing Crazy Cody's Comedy Corner on YouTube. That's a cheap plug, so keep your ear out for it. What are we keeping your ears out for? Like whatever. Pretty harder now, I guess. So anyway, yeah. So the kiddo's been gone. Of course, we make these great plans to do stuff now that the kid's gone. Like Monday, she was able to come down here last week, which was cool. That was fun. She enjoyed it. I think like on Tuesday then she was thinking, why don't we go ahead and get some projects done around the house. So I get home from work and I'm like, honey, I don't think projects are what I feel like doing. The kid's gone. Let's go make some love right now in the bedroom. Let's go make some magic of that happen, please. Yeah, because if you remember from last week, Aunt Flora was gone, or she was in town, but she pretty much, her Aunt Flo was there. She pretty much packed most of her stuff up and left. I'm like, you know what? She's close enough for gone for me, I waited too long, so let's go get Betsy in the bedroom. Let's postpone it. Let me use up some of these brownie points that I've saved up. Not those kind of brownie points.
Oh, not the butt
So
stuff.
just know that, but it was nice. So I had to work the next morning, so I could get up and I'm like, hey, honey, the kid's not here. Why don't we, let's make this a pretty good morning. So she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And she says, you're not going to forget about doing the projects when you get home. I said, not at all. I'm thinking a 2-for-1 deal. I get one promise and get played twice. I thought this is a good day for me. It's a good start. And so I get to work and my coworker's there, but she's got one of those sliding beds on her truck. And anyways, it wasn't latching shut and being partially open. And what is that? Is it Pavlov's law when you get trained for something? When you hear the ding and then you get it's just like getting laid. I just gotten laid. I pulled up. I said, "Oh, let me see if I can fix it for you." I'm like, why am I fixing my fucking coworkers? It must be Pablo's Law. You're out late in the morning, now fix something, do something, make yourself useful. But it was fun. So like I said, I thought I was pretty much getting the 2-for-1 deal on that. And so I get to work, I go upstairs to go get my coffee, and I just was like, I'm tired. And I look up, and my head came down. My boss has a really bad problem of writing important stuff at eye level, but he's like this tall, so he writes it across the top of the chalkboard. And you see it when it was up there 2 weeks ago, but you quit looking at it because it's like that much higher than your eye level. I didn't think much. Get to the top of the stairs and I look up, and I can see, that's right, there's a company meeting tonight after work. I'm like, I'm fucked, as they would say. You know, this is not going well for me. This morning started off so wonderfully. Now I've got to go ahead and send my wife the text that says, hey honey, you know, I feel like a time broker. Hey, I'll give you an hour and a half when I get home late tonight, and then all of Friday night, okay, and we'll just do all your projects, nothing else planned, that'll be great. And she's, well, that doesn't sound like fun. That's not what I had planned. Well, I got to broker the time. I feel like a time broker. And, but it was fine because it was Deep Talk Thursday for us. And I'm kind of glad it happened because I found out that she's kind of a man-eater. I was a little shocked. I found out she wants to be like one of these rich girls. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I'm glad we're having these conversations here. Yeah, I want to make her dreams come true. I do. I really do. She makes mine come true. So, and she says, well, I want you to quit your job. We're going to move to Florida, and you're going to be a truck driver. And I kind of stood back, and I looked at my work hat. I said, I can't go for that. It's not happening. And but I was curious, so I went ahead and checked into it. And the company that she wants me to do all this for, crazy, is a horse feed transport company called Hall & Oates. I said, okay, I'll think about that. So anyway, that's all I got. Thank you. Have a good night.
No can do, Cody.
Ooh, yeah, keep it going for Cody, everybody. This is the first time I turned on the second mic, so it sounds kind of awkward. Sorry. Whoops.
Double fisting.
Yeah, so that's how we do it. I know I get 2 mics in my hand. I'm like, oh.
You're out there air dicking.
I love that, Cody. We talked about that a little in the group chat, and we were good. I like it. That's good stuff. Fun stuff.
There's your rubber
Hall &
band.
Oates bit. But as I said, there's more room on the sign-up sheet. Anybody, anybody, you can be a star. It's free. It's fun.